You'd expect to find aviation businesses inside the Airport Industrial Park in New Smyrna Beach, but American Aero Services is very niche, specializing in vintage aircraft restoration. Gary Norville is the company's owner.
American Aero Services specializes in the restoration and maintenance of Warbirds. A Warbird is an ex-military aircraft, whether it be our focus is World War II through Korea, vintage aircraft. We also do military vehicles and spacecraft.
All his life, Gary has had a love for the aviation industry.
Once they mastered this aircraft or soloed it and got time in it, they would go to something like a North American P-51 or...
He attended Spartan School of Aeronautics in Tulsa, Oklahoma, then came to Florida and worked at American Aero Services for 22 years before taking over the business.
It's like anybody that you'd ask in aviation, they probably started building models and RC aircraft, and then the enthusiasm and the love for it went to bigger and better things. But it's just, Warbirds are cool. I mean, especially World War II, it's a significant part of our history. Gave us the greatest generation. And there's just the technology that came out in a short period of time, and the growth of aviation is amazing. So it's a very interesting era.
Veterans are among the 18 full-time employees, ranging from power plant mechanics to electricians to sheet metal workers. And some of Norville's new hires include Embry-Riddle graduates.
And we have some World War II veterans that when the airplanes come in, they want to give tours of the airplanes and stand out front all day long in the sun waiting for people to come up and so they can tell their stories. So it's very interesting.
After going through annual maintenance, this 1948 Skyraider is headed to Massachusetts so a Korean War veteran can take one more flight. Thomas Hudner received the Medal of Honor for his actions trying to save the life of his wingman during the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir. Unlike annual maintenance, Norville says an average restoration can take 4 to 5 years to complete and cost anywhere from $60,000 for something basic up into the millions.
It really depends on the condition of the aircraft and what aircraft it is. Some are extremely rare, and of course the value would go up on just the value of the project, let alone what you're going to put into it.
And while Norville loves being surrounded by the Warbirds, he says it's not the best part of his job.
What I like best are my employees, because without them it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen with Gary Norville. It's the 18 people that I've surrounded myself with, and I feel I've found the best that can be found. And without them, it wouldn't happen. That's the best part. Second best part, but we've got a really great customer base. You know, all these projects and aircraft, if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't happen. And then it's the veterans. The veterans are just amazing. Through the 20+ years that I've been doing this, the veterans that I've met, the stories, the ones that have passed away, it was just amazing.
For the Business Beat, I'm Joanne Magley.